welcome Donald and Brandon Fish. Don is a longtime Great Falls College adjunct faculty who will lead us in a Blackfeet prayer blessing song. Don, Brandon.
Okay, na sukawax. Ni stu kita kipot dan kiam skapit pekani kuna ni stu. Na skani na my boy Brandon here. We're very grateful for being asked to do this, for all the graduates here, for all the family, all the loved ones that are here to support and to congratulate on their endeavors. So I'm really honored to be doing this here. So I said in my language, hello, my relatives. My name is Gidoki Putta. That's my Blackfoot name, given to me by my grandfather, Mami Makoyak Tsikan. And I'm from the Amaskapi Pikanikwans, from the Blackfoot Reservation, part of the Blackfoot Confederacy. So I just ask you if you are tired and don't want to stand up anymore, you're sure welcome to sit down, because you can still pray sitting down as well as standing up. So for you, I hate to say old people, you're sure welcome to sit down. That probably includes me. Okay, let's all pray together, and let's pray for these fine young graduates here. Let's pray for them that they continue their endeavors. Okay, apastuki hanas pomokina na naksukawak sa kimatap sina naksukaks. Kamatukin na kiksa kikons na ninak sa kipata kiks. Okay, na kenywan hanas pomokina na pikwak sa pikons and the yellow people. Spomokit na ninak sa kipata kiksa spomokina na pukak sa kimis na nitsapukaks. Kamatani na manene pukak sa kimatukin na grandfathers. We just thank you for this beautiful day in Tsapat people. We just thank you for bringing us together to celebrate this day here with all of our family and friends, for these ones that are graduating today, grandfather. We just thank you for such a glorious day and everything that's given us now, not due for shining up on us. We just ask you to lift them up, grandfather. Lift them up and look them up and down and give them the things that they need in this life, grandfather, to be happy. We'll always protect them and watch over them and guide them, grandfather. We just ask you to give that love into their hearts and to their minds together, so that the things that they do in this life will not only benefit them, but benefit their families, all their loved ones, and our community, all of our people in our world, that the things that they do in this world is with goodness in their hearts and their minds. With all the education that they're getting, grandfather, we just ask you to continue to give that to them. We just ask you in a pitiful way to watch over them and help them and guide them. Kimataps, kimatukin na nagsukawaks, kimatukin, kamatani, hey. We're gonna sing this song here to honor you, to honor the family, to honor the time and commitment that you have put into what you have been doing these last years, especially for the family, because I know they have sacrificed too to help you with what you have accomplished today. And that you continue to get that support, continue to get that love, to continue on your path to have a good life and long life. So I just ask you to pray as we sing this song. This is a form of a prayer for us when we sing. Okay, anyone high, not to expect, not to skip a dark, and not high, not to skip a dark, and not to get on that. We're asking them to help all the ones that are here today, the family, the ones that have taught them, for the teachers, the kindergarten, the asking just to help them where they're at right now. Okay, anyone. Kamatani, kamatani, hey, hey.
Thank you so much to Dr. Daryl Stevens, to Don Fish, and to Brendan Fish. Thank you. Please be seated. Before we get started, I'd like you to just note the exits on either side of the gymnasium in case something comes up and we need to leave quickly. Just make sure you can see the nearest exit to you. And before we start the actual ceremony, I would ask that we take a moment to remember those who are currently serving our country, our veterans, and our local safety officers. We appreciate all that you do for us. Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Heidi Pasick, and as the Associate Dean and Chief Academic Officer at Great Falls College, Montana State University, I have the honor of welcoming you to the commencement of the class of 2019. I would like to thank the members of the Color Guard of Marine Corps League Detachment 688 for their presentation of colors. And also, again, note our wonderful singers and the beautiful blessing that we received. So let's just give them one more round of applause. Thank you. This is such a special day for the graduates, as it is for everyone here today. This is the one celebration at the college we treasure the most. Today, as you will hear, we are also able to share the day with students and their families affiliated with Montana State University Northern and MSU Billings. Graduates, I am delighted to welcome you and to recognize this remarkable achievement in your lives. Before we get to that, I want to recognize the hard work and dedication of the many people who supported you in this process. I would like to introduce some of these people to you now. I'll begin by thanking the following groups and individuals for helping to make this occasion special. And you can hold your applause till I read all the names. Our reader, Quincy Jones, Health Sciences faculty member. Please stand. Our interpreters, Sherry Frick Gaither and Bonnie Joslin. The Johnson brothers for the sound technology, lighting, and stage setup. University of Providence for the use of this space. And the Great Falls College MSU's Commencement Committee, who worked hard to organize this occasion. Give the audience a wave. Thank you all. Get you to this moment. And I would like to recognize them now. As I recognize you again, please stand and remain standing. Please hold your applause again until all are recognized. First, the faculty. Please stand. These individuals who deliver the learning experiences that culminate in this moment. Without them, this occasion for celebration would not be possible. Next, our staff. Would you stand up? You'll find them scattered throughout the audience. Our staff who support us and our students throughout their academic careers here, please recognize the faculty and staff. You may be seated. I would also like to call to attention some special guests we have in the audience. With us today are important community leaders who support the college in many significant ways. We also have in attendance individuals who volunteer their time and resources to serve on the college's program advisory boards, the CEO Dean's Executive Advisory Council, and the college's development board, donors to the college, local legislators, and colleagues from the Great Falls Public School District. These individuals help provide resources and guide the direction of the college, its programs, and curricula. They represent the community we serve. Will you please stand and be recognized? I see some of you. Please join me in thanking our special guests for their support and service to Great Falls College, MSU, and our community. I'd like to now introduce our platform guests and ask that each person stand as I call his or her name. Please hold your applause until the last person is recognized. To my left, I present Dr. Susan Wolf, CEO Dean of Great Falls College, MSU, Mr. Stephen Wirtz, our commencement speaker, who will be introduced more formally later in the program, Regent Dalton Johnson of the Montana Board of Regents, Dr. John Foley, Assistant Professor, Counselor Education, Montana State University Northern, Mr. Julius Scott, 2018-2019 Standing AS GFCMSU President, and to my right, Ms. Leanne Ruggiero, recipient of the 2019 CEO Dean's Award for Teaching Excellence, Mr. Russell Machenbaker, Director, Health Sciences Division, Mr. Joel Sims, Director of the Trades Division, Dr. Leanne Frost, Director, General Studies Division. Thank you. You may be seated. On behalf of the college, my special thanks to our guests for joining us in the platform party. It is my pleasure now to call to the podium the Chief Executive Officer and Dean of Great Falls College MSU, Dr. Susan J. Wolf. Dr. Wolf?
Good afternoon. It is now my distinct honor to share in our graduate celebration as we recognize you, the 2019 graduating class of Great Falls College, Montana State University. Today is about you, all of you, and those who couldn't be here with us today. With 329 graduates, 54 of you are receiving multiple degrees. Signified by the single gold cord, 58 of you are graduating with honors, which means a GPA between 3.5 and 3.749. Signified by the double gold cord, 55 of you are graduating with high honors, a GPA of 3.75 or higher. Please see, audience members, please see your program for an explanation of the other cords and regalia. Today we have 66 veterans, their spouses and dependents that are graduating with 75 degrees awarded, 9 of them receiving multiple degrees, and we also have 6 dual enrollment student graduates, and in all you are receiving 384 certificates and degrees. During this academic year, students at Great Falls College MSU received 248 scholarships, totaling $312,750 from our generous donors to help relieve the cost of achieving your degree. Among you today, we also welcome graduates from MSU Northern and MSU Billings. They will be sharing in our commencement celebration, as well as the high school dual credit students who are receiving their college degree approximately a month before they get their high school diploma. You all epitomize success. You have earned your degree and have done so in addition to other major responsibilities. I would like to take a few minutes to demonstrate to our audience the true perseverance that you have shown to meet your educational goals, complete your credentials, and to have earned the title of graduate. And when you hear the following statements, please stand and remain standing if they describe you. I am a student who worked full-time while completing my program of study. I am the first, just hold your applause until we're done with this little bit, and then you'll really be giving great applause. I am the first in my family to receive a college degree. I raised children while I attended school. I served in the armed forces or have a significant other deployed while I have been in school. Wow. Let's give them a big round of applause. You did it. You may be seated. Statistics will tell you that students who work full-time, who are first-generation college students who are raising children, or have other significant life responsibilities are less likely to complete their degrees. And yet you, each one of you, have beaten the odds through your dedication and your fortitude. And again, I just want to ask everybody here to recognize the significance of what this means. They are your future. They are our community. Once more, let's give them a round of applause. Wow, I think that's the first time in all my years doing this I haven't started to cry by now. So let's see when that's going to happen. So now, graduates, I want you to stand and join us in recognizing your friends, family, and the faculty, and all others who have helped you to fulfill this dream. So please stand up, turn around, and give them your applause. I don't think I heard the air horn yet, so that must be up there somewhere. Oh, okay. So I would like to give special recognition, and I've already mentioned them before, but Great Falls College MSU was given permission by the Board of Regents and the Office of the Commissioner of Higher Education to work with the Great Falls Public School District and other Montana high schools to offer dual credit classes. Many of these students are also involved in their high school activities, and they work as well. And I don't know if we have all 6 here who are receiving their dual credit degrees, but those of you who are here earning dual credit, would you please stand? Yes. Wow. Okay, it might happen now. So earlier today, we had the very first at the college, amazing ceremony, the Eagle Feather Ceremony, for our graduating Native American students in honor of their American Indian heritage. The significance of receiving an Eagle Feather is one of the most powerful honors that an Indigenous person can receive. It is an indication or a statement that says that there has been significant achievement. Will our Native students who received an Eagle Feather in the ceremony today please stand and also be recognized? Thank you. So we also at this time of year recognize faculty and staff, and we had a celebration of our outstanding students. Today we're going to recognize some of those individuals. And this year, Stacy Lowry received the CEO Dean's Award for Staff Excellence. Stacy is the administrative assistant for the Division of General Studies and is known for her skills and ability to get things done efficiently and effortlessly. And I also want to recognize her family. Her husband just came home from being deployed. We are so extremely grateful he is back with us and with Stacy. Tara Burke received the CEO Dean's Award for Outstanding Adjunct Faculty. She teaches online math courses and is recognized for her student-centered and student success focus. She continually seeks unique and innovative ways to engage students, encourages student collaboration, and is always available to her students. And I personally cannot imagine trying to learn math online, but she does an outstanding job. The recipient of the CEO Dean's Award for Teaching Excellence recognizes one of our faculty members who uniquely represents the quality of instruction and focus on students at Great Falls College MSU. Using the criteria of instructional effectiveness and student-centeredness, a committee of students, faculty, and staff selected this year's awardee. A statement given in the nomination says, "She encouraged critical thinking by giving us topics for in-class discussion that all students obviously would not agree upon, leading to some of the best conversations that she has ever had in a college course." Another comment that stood out was, "Students begin her class as strangers and they finish as family." You are truly deserving of this award. Please recognize Leanne Ruggiero.
Some of you don't know me. You had someone else for Writing 101. Some of you do know me, but it's the first time you're seeing me face to face, and it always sort of feels like you're meeting a celebrity the first time you see someone you were like in an online class with, like, are you real? Can I touch you? Kind of thing. Regardless of whether you know me, my training is in telling stories, so that's what I'm gonna do. It was 10 p.m., and I shouldn't have gone out. I was already in my pajamas when I got a text from my theater friends. Shout outs if you saw me in Legally Blonde last year. They were going to the Celtic Cowboy after a show, and I said no at first, but then someone offered to drive, and I was like, why not? It was the second week of February, so as we know, that meant there was this crunchy white blanket of snow over the entire city. And my friend pulled up, came out of my house. I was all bundled up like you do. I locked the door and headed to the car. We showed up at the Celtic, we parked, we walked, we sat down and ordered and chilled out or whatever, and I realized that I had somehow misplaced my house key. So the first thing I did was I panicked, you know, because it's like the first defense to keep you safe at night in your home, and I lost it. And then the second thing I did was retrace my steps. So me and my friends looked everywhere, like turning over every proverbial rock between my house and the Celtic. But one look at the ground and we knew that the key was definitely lost to the snow. I'm sure, you know, other people have had this experience, but you don't have to out yourself, that's fine. The next day it was strange walking around without my key. I was sort of always preoccupied with this thought of like, where is it? Will I ever have the odds of finding it? And of course, the odds are sort of non-existent. Like, it's gonna be impossible to track down again. I don't know if you guys remember, but last year, the snow completely melted around March 13th, and it was a Tuesday. I know this because I went to the Celtic for trivia, because I'm a nerd, right? And I pulled into the same spot that my friend had occupied a month before, and thought maybe it's possible, you know, could be there. So I stepped onto the curb, completely devoid of snow now, and I looked down, and I couldn't believe it, but there was my key. So this is a weird story, but it gets weirder if I tell you that the same thing happened to me this year, and I lost my key in February, and then the snow thawed, and I found it again in March. I mean, this is a thing I do apparently. It's my secret superpower kind of thing. It's a weird story, so why am I telling it? It's because today you have made it through the winter, the snow is all melted, and all of you have found your key. You're graduating with it. And it's true, this key opens doors, maybe to a career, maybe to a raise or promotion, maybe, if you're lucky, to something that feels like home. And someday this key might not fit in its lock anymore, but then you'll find another one that does, and another one, and another one, because that's sort of the way life goes. But today, your key is clasped tightly between your fingers and ready to open its lock. Thank you.
Thank you, Leanne. I think I know I can relate to that story. And there's nothing worse than not having your key, and she is so right. You now have that key in your hands. Great Falls College MSU is a special place for our students, our employees, and the community. We are the community's public two-year college. We strive to meet the community's needs by being student-centered and responsive while emphasizing quality teaching and learning. Your graduation today is the culmination of those efforts. Great Falls College MSU is one of 8 units of the Montana University system. Like the other 7 units, we fall under the governance of the Montana Board of Regents under the coordination of the Office of the Commissioner of Higher Education. They have the honor and the difficulty of wanting to be at all campus commencement ceremonies, but that is not possible. 6 of the 8 are having commencement today. They share our excitement and pride in celebrating your accomplishments. And on behalf of the Commissioner and the Montana Board of Regents, I am pleased to introduce Regent Dalton Johnson. Oops, wait a second. I'm not ready yet. Let me introduce him to you. Dalton Johnson is a first generation and a non-traditional student, like many of you. He graduated from Helena College last year in 2018 with an Associate of Science and an Associate of Applied Science in Accounting and Business Technology. He now studies at the University of Montana in Missoula, where he is pursuing. See, I'm not crying, but I can't talk, so I don't know which one's better. He is pursuing a bachelor's degree in organizational communication with a minor in nonprofit administration. In June of 2018, Dalton was appointed by Governor Bullock to represent all 44,000 students in the Montana University system. And he is the only student that serves on the Montana Board of Regents. He previously served as the Vice President of the Associated Students of Helena College and as the Vice President of External Affairs of the Montana Associated Students. He was very active in this year's legislative session. And perhaps 2 of my legislative folks over here can attest to that. Dalton also founded Students to Scholars, a student organization that enables students to develop leadership skills and work on advocacy at Helena College. Dalton is a Montana native and calls Clancy home. Now, please welcome Regent Dalton Johnson.
Dr. Wolf was right. I am purchasing my education. Good afternoon, Great Falls College MSU. Graduates, families, and friends, it is my honor to be here with you today, representing Montana's Board of Regents. Just this time last year, I walked across the stage in Helena receiving my associate's degree. Graduates, we celebrate your accomplishments today during a promising time. You are graduating in the wake of 2 significant events that took place these last 12 months. The first being a once-in-a-decade vote on the funding for the university system. The second being the biennial conclusion of the Montana legislature. Every 10 years, Montanans go to the poll and vote on the cornerstone funding of the Montana university system. The 6 mil levy, which provides 20% of our funding to all colleges and universities within the Montana university system, began 70 years ago. Last November, 63% of Montanans approved the 6 mil levy. That's the highest level of public support in 30 years. And more recently, during the last 4 months, Montana legislature approved enough funding for tuition for Montana residents to remain frozen for the next 2 years. These events are essential signals of the value Montanans place in higher education. And they're also votes of confidence in you, the graduates of 2019. When Montana voters went to the polls last fall, they were thinking of us, their sons, their daughters, their nieces, their nephews, brothers, sisters, and friends who are working hard to make a better life for themselves and their families through a college education. Montana believes in us and believes in our potential enough to invest the hard-earned dollars of taxpayers into helping us reach our dreams through our education. As a first-generation student myself, this support makes it possible for me to further my education. We are making Montana a better place, just as our parents, grandparents, and great-grandparents have done before us. Graduates, congratulations on all of your hard work and the degrees you have earned. I know how exciting it is to be where you are today. I wish you the very best in your future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Regent Johnson. We appreciate you sharing this day with us. So graduates, this day belongs to you, and you're beginning to say, okay, so when are we going to get to the end? We're getting there, so just be patient. Those of us who work at the college have the privilege of walking with you on your path to success. You and the community entrust us to use our resources wisely to develop citizens for the state, the nation, and the world. We listen to you, and we strive to offer the best educational opportunities you can have. We develop leaders as well as graduates. And I now have the honor to introduce Mr. Julius Scott, 2018-19 Standing President of the Associated Students of Great Falls College, MSU, to pay tribute to the class. And I will tell you that earlier here, I knighted him. He is now Sir Julius Scott, or sometimes we just call him Orange Julius.
Before I begin, marketing has extended an invitation for me to get a group photo of all the graduates and everyone here in this room right now. And with that, they gave me this selfie stick, which I thought, wait, people still use selfie sticks? You can buy them still? So I don't know how well this is going to work, so we're going to go, if you can bear with me for a little bit while I set this up. All right, so I'm gonna go turn around and do a video, and when I do, I want everyone in this room to do like a yell, use your air horns, whatever you wanna do. Not too loud though, because our speakers here are really loud, and I don't wanna get those blown up, so. All right, so did I hear someone's not that fun? No, All right, I think we got this, maybe. All right, perfect. All righty. What's going on, graduating class of 20? Perfect. I hope you like that, because that's the only one you got. Yeah, they signed my paycheck, so I can't make them too mad. I suppose all of us remember, at some point of our lives, hearing the words, "once upon a time." I was reminded of these words when preparing my speech because once upon a time, during the fall semester of 2017, my first semester, I had the choice of taking Intro to Interpersonal Communications online or Intro to Public Speaking face-to-face. Since my background is computer science and I wasn't thinking that I was going to give any speeches, I went with Intro to Interpersonal Communications. Online. Well, guess how well that decision held up, given that I'm speaking with you today. Hello, graduating class of 2019. My name is Julius Scott, and I have the privilege to be your student body president for the spring semester 2019. We are here today to commemorate your accomplishments and to celebrate the time you have spent here at Great Falls College, Montana State University. Today I want to speak to you about 3 lessons that I learned about time. which are that we never know what time has in store for us, that there is always a time to do something great, and the most valuable thing you have is time. The first lesson of time is that we never know what time has in store for us. When I first started here 2 years ago, I never thought that I was going to be here today to give out my first speech in front of a graduating body. I never thought that I would hold the title president. I never thought that I could survive an 8-week advantage program. I always thought that I was going to go to class, get my degree, and that was it. However, life isn't like that. There are going to be times when opportunity is going to be knocking down on your door, even when you aren't searching for them. So, don't be afraid to go with the flow of time, because some of the best things in life just happen by random chance. The second lesson of time that I learned is that there's always a time to do something great. Not to single anyone out, but we have a lot of non-traditional students here on our campus, many of whom have families to support, jobs they have to do in order to buy the things they need, and other numerous responsibilities, just so you're able to attend college. But no matter if you're a traditional student, or non-traditional student, aged 25 to 65, you have made the decision to go to school to create a better life. You have made sacrifices of your time where you could be tending to your other responsibilities. I can't find another word to describe you guys other than as heroes. So never tell yourself that you can't do something or that you don't have the time to do something. Because if you don't have the time to do something, when is the time to shine? Finally, to me, the most important lesson of time, something you probably already know, but don't really think about, is that time is the most valuable thing you own. And there are 2 subpoints to that. It is very easy for us to give time to stuff that doesn't deserve it. And second, we sometimes don't recognize what is most important. In the first point, I've been in many situations where I spent time that didn't give me any meaningful return and actually impeded my life rather than improved it. For example, I tried to spend an hour trying to get a game to play that didn't want to play. Thank you, Fallout 76, you ruined my time. Even the little things we cannot take back. We have to take that time and put it to something good. We can't take the clock and roll back time. We have to live with the things that we choose to spend our time on, so use it for something good. Second, we don't often recognize intangible things that live in our lives. We often want tangible things, expensive clothing, money, cars, or maybe a relaxing vacation to somewhere that reminds you that there are warm places out there that don't snow in the end of April. However, some of the best things in life, friends, family, laughter, provide joy that no other material thing that can bring us. I want to share a quote to you by the people who I look up to, Steve Jobs. He said, "It's really clear that the most valuable thing we have is not money. It is really clear that the most valuable thing we have is time." If that person who does have everything intangible and everything material in the world, and who started a multi-billion company can say those words of wisdom, then perhaps he's onto something. So in closing, please remember these words of time. And I appreciate your time listening to this. I know we are all anxious to walk the stage. I wish every one of you to embrace the future and to remember your time at Great Falls College. And if you haven't done so already, take a public speaking course. Because you never know when it will be your time to be a guest speaker. Thank you, graduating class of 2019. I wish you the best, but more importantly, have the time of your life. May the force be with you. Congratulations.
I knew that there would be something that was going to go on or be said that I had no clue. But I did give him permission, just be yourself, and that's what we like to ask of all of our students. So thank you, Julius. That was amazing. It is now my honor to introduce our commencement speaker, with whom many of our students may be familiar, Mr. Stephen Wers. Stephen is a faculty member at Great Falls College, MSU, teaching courses in our registered nursing and practical nurse programs. He originally came to Great Falls College, MSU in the fall of 2009 as a student. Growing up on a local Hutterite colony, he had completed his primary education through grade 8. Incredibly, he had his first experience with an algebra class right here at Great Falls College, MSU. As a seasoned college student by the summer of 2011, Stephen began his nursing coursework at MSU Bozeman's College of Nursing right here on the Great Falls campus. He was duly enrolled at both institutions. He earned his Associate of Science degree at Great Falls College, MSU in spring of 2012. As a student at Great Falls College, Stephen was honored as a member of the 2012 Montana All-Academic Team, and through our Honor Society, Phi Theta Kappa was named Montana's New Century Scholar out of all the students in the state. This is a program sponsored by the Coca-Cola Foundation. He represented us well at the annual awards conference in Orlando, Florida, which, by the way, that was his first time flying and the first time seeing the ocean. Upon graduating with his Bachelor's of Nursing from MSU Bozeman's College in 2013, Stephen started his nursing career with Benefice Health System, working on their cardiac floor. In the fall of 2017, he returned to us. He returned to Great Falls College, MSU, and this time as a member of our nursing faculty. It is my privilege to now welcome Mr. Stephen Wers to the podium.
Good afternoon to all of you, and a special congratulations to the class of 2019 on your achievement. It required a substantial commitment of time on your part, possibly ranging from 1 year to a few years. You survived. This makes you successful and the owner of a meaningful degree or credential from Great Falls College, MSU. You realize that the degree or certificate you have earned is a measure of your success. I want to pat you on the back for achieving that. You have followed your own path to success. I say to you, bravo, congratulations, impressive, inspiring. Today I want to talk to you about success. I'll start by describing what success means to me and how sometimes failure and struggles promote success. I'll share a couple of my own experiences where I was questioning my own success, and finally, I'd like to leave you with some suggestions of how to be successful in your own lives. In reality, instead of talking about success, I want to tell you about the importance of failure, struggles, and unexpected challenges. For I think that it is persistence in the face of adversity, learning along the way from the setbacks we experience, that yields success. Before we go on,
I want to pause a few seconds and let you think about the failures and the struggles you have dealt with in your own lives. Think about falling and failing and then getting back up again. I want to share with you that success requires hard work while dealing with failure, struggles, and what may seem like defeat. Success is about moving forward and learning from your experiences. It is about having faith and at times the sheer will to overcome roadblocks that make us triumph. I want to share with you the discovery of penicillin. Alexander Fleming, a Scottish bacteriologist, returned from vacation and found his lab a mess, and all his petri dishes contaminated with green mold, which had killed off all the bacteria that he was growing. All his contaminated petri dishes appeared to be an immense setback. Instead of throwing out all the contaminated dishes, he instead focused on why the bacteria was dead. He invented the first antibiotic. Millions of lives have been saved since. Perhaps you can see the connection between failure and success in two of my own personal experiences. The first one where I felt like a failure. The second one where I had to face an unexpected challenge in life. Imagine yourself as a nurse whose patient has passed away despite all the care, concerns, medications, life-saving machines you had hooked up. The family trusted you as the nurse who they have faithfully committed the life of their loved one to. You've worked hard. Every sinew and muscle in your body aching from the 45 minutes of non-stop cardiopulmonary resuscitation that you have just performed without success. You now have to call the family and let them know that their loved one has passed, despite all interventions that were done. It was just time to go. You know that life is fragile. No amount of heroics will save a patient who is deathly, terminally ill. The family arrives and they tell you, "I thought you were a good nurse. Why did this happen?" You comfort the family, but inside you are in turmoil. The family is blaming you. You question your skill set. You are a failure in your own eyes. It takes resiliency and character to move on and know that people sometimes say uncaring, unkind words when they are in a tough spot. It takes character, patience, and grace to forgive. Failure is an opportunity to reflect. A few years later, the tables have turned. Visualize yourself as a patient sitting in the doctor's office, and the doctor tells you concerningly that you have a large tumor. It is late stage, very likely cancerous, and you need to see a surgeon today. 1,001 thoughts flow through your mind. You are not ready for this. You are young. This stuff happens to old people. Surgery, chemotherapy, and months of nausea, pain, and anxiety are your life for now. Your life takes on new meaning. You notice that people genuinely care for you. It changes your perspective on life. We are not guaranteed another tomorrow. From these and similar experiences, I have learned that failures, hard times in life, and what we do with these experiences mold who we are and lead us to personal growth, which we would otherwise not have experienced. As a student who fails the test, you realize you have to study harder on your next exam. These opportunities may drive us to make needed changes in life. They are an opportunity to learn and grow. not a final outcome. Furthermore, failure leads to a personal commitment to focus on what really matters in life. Hard times require us to lean on others and establish a support system. No person is an island. With my own experiences fresh in your minds, I'd like to share my thoughts about how to be successful. Failure and struggles build character, increase resiliency, and cultivate patience as we wait for things to fall in place. The reality is that we will not always be successful. Struggles and failure can force us to focus on what really matters instead of focusing on ourselves. I would like to challenge everyone, especially those now going into the workforce for the first time or those embarking on a new career, to contemplate your own ideas of success. I want to consider the path you can travel to success and would like to first point out the Great Falls College vision statement, which is to strengthen communities through excellence, innovation, and collaboration. These are excellent words of advice that we may use in our daily lives. But success doesn't just mean what you get from helping yourself. It can also mean what others achieve through your efforts. I would like to share a few suggestions. Consider the attitude you bring to work every day. Be the welcoming smile that cheerfully greets your co-workers every morning. Reflect on how you have helped others along the way or made the world a better place for others. Lift up and cheer others on. Offer positive words of encouragement. Others struggle as well. Never give up. If you fail, try again. Be ready to pick yourself back up and press onward. If it is worth accomplishing, you will need dedication, perseverance, and hard work. And finally, take advantage of unexpected opportunities. As my speech draws to a close, I will leave you with a quote that imparts wisdom and encourages us to keep pressing on. Try not to become a man of success, rather become a man of value. These words were spoken by Albert Einstein. Our journey through life can be difficult. It is the people we surround ourselves with, the joys and sadness we share, the collaboration and commitment to work together to achieve a common goal that allows us to make a difference in this world. To wrap up, for myself as a Christian, I often turn to my favorite book. In its pages I find wisdom when I need advice, strength when I am weak, courage when I am fearful, joy when I am sad, and encouragement when I am down. As my final thoughts, I share these words of wisdom from this book. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart. From the New International Version of the Bible, Colossians 3, verse 23. To me, that is the meaning of success. Thank you for listening to me today.
Those are words of inspiration, and they give me pause, for sure. But all of you, as you think about your next steps in life, heed all the words that you've heard today, because each one of us will be faced with opportunities and with those challenges where we continue to grow and to become better people. And remember, it's not just about you. It's about your families, it's about your communities, it's about your coworkers. Stephen, thank you so much for your words. So, all right, graduates, this is it. I promised. So at this time, I would like to call Dr. Heidi Pasick and Dr. John Foley to the podium and have them lead us through the presentation of the candidates for their degrees.
Dr. Wolf, upon recommendation of the faculty in the appropriate academic divisions, Dr. Foley and I are pleased to present the candidates for the Certificate of Technical Studies, the Certificate of Applied Science, the Associate of Applied Science, the Associate of Science, and the Associate of Arts degrees from Great Falls College, Montana State University. And the candidates receiving their baccalaureate degrees, Associate of Applied Science and Certificate of Applied Science from Montana State University Northern and Montana State University Billings. The graduates from MSU Northern and MSU Billings will precede the Great Falls College MSU graduates in receiving their diplomas. First row, will you please rise and proceed to the platform. Kemp, Bachelor of Science, Elementary Education, K through 12, magna cum laude, MSU Northern. Janelle D. Huff, Associate of Applied Science, Business Technology, MSU Northern.
Dr. Wolf needs to get up now.
They want.
Yes. Yeah. So Dr. Wolf needs to be up there.
I know she has the card. They want Dr. Wolf. Priscilla M. Asher, Bachelor of Science, Business Administration, General Business, MSU Billings. The Business and Technology graduates include the Associate of Applied Science and Accounting, Business Administration Management, Computer Information Technology with areas of microcomputer support, network support and security, and also computer programming. Scott E. Reddicker, Associate of Applied Science, Computer Information Technology, Network Support and Security with high honors. Elizabeth Ann Brown, Associate of Applied Science, Accounting. Gabrielle Deagle, Associate of Applied Science, Accounting, Honors. Natalie J. Goodwin, Associate of Science, General Education. Talitha Catherine Bernagati, Associate of Applied Science, Accounting. Mitchell W. Evans, Associate of Applied Science, Computer Information Technology, Microcomputer Support, High Honors. Associate of Applied Science, Computer Information Technology Network Support with High Honors. Mike Curtis, Associate of Applied Science, Computer Information Technology, Network Support. Dustin DeSales, Associate of Applied Science, Computer Information Technology, Network Support, High Honors. Frank A. Spidel, Associate of Applied Science, Computer Information Technology, Network Support, Honors. Associate of Applied Science, Computer Information Technology, Microcomputer Support with Honors. Alec T. Burton, Associate of Applied Science, Computer Programming, Associate of Science, General Education. Corey Allen Hughes, Associate of Applied Science, Computer Programming. Charles McKay Hutton, Associate of Applied Science, Computer Programming. Richard Melvin Smith, Associate of Applied Science, Computer Programming. Virginia Renee Murray, Associate of Applied Science, Computer Assistant. The general education and transfer graduates include the Associate of Arts, Associate of Science, and Certificate in General Studies. Cody Thomas Murphy, Associate of Arts, General Education, High Honors. Casey Ayers, Associate of Arts, General Education with Honors. Minerva Adasilis Kalangi. Yes. Associate of Arts, General Education. Stephanie Lynn Carlson, Associate of Arts, General Education. Alora Dover, Associate of Arts. Way to go. Anna Marie Garcia, Associate of Arts, General Education. Sierra Gebhardt, Associate of Arts, General Education. Brady Michael Connor Gleason, Associate of Arts, General Education. Brenda LaHaye and her companion Gunnar, Associate of Arts, General Education, High Honors. Certificate, General Studies, High Honors. Lionel P. Kennerly Sr., Associate of Arts, General Education. Victoria Lynn Nee, Associate of Arts, General Education, Honors. Denise RD, Associate of Arts, General Education. Leisha Skaggs, Associate of Arts, General Education, High Honors. Kyrie Weiss Smith, Associate of Arts, General Education, Honors. Marcy Chapman, Associate of Science, General Education. Associate of Arts, General Education. Michelle S. Clark, Associate of Science, General Education. Michelle Marie Funk, Associate of Science, General Education, High Honors. Annika Kalea Hammett, Associate of Science, General Education, High Honors. Associate of Arts, General Education, High Honors. Abigail Elizabeth Johnson, Associate of Science, General Education, High Honors. Judith Nesmith, Associate of Science, General Education. Lacey Faye St. Mark's, Associate of Science, General Education. Addison McKenna Toman, Associate of Science, General Education. Associate of Arts, General Education. Melissa Katrin Weber, Associate of Science, General Education, High Honors. Sean Arbuckle, Certificate, General Studies, High Honors. The health science graduates include the Associate of Applied Science and Dental Hygiene, Health Information Technology, Paramedic, Physical Therapist Assistant, Respiratory Care, Surgical Technology, and the Associate of Science in Nursing for registered nurses. It also includes graduates in the Certificate of Applied Science in Dental Assistant, Health Information, Coding Specialist, and Practical Nurse, and the graduates in the Certificate of Technical Studies in EMT Pre-Paramedic, Medical Scribe Apprentice, and Phlebotomy Pre-Medical Assistant. Jacob B. Decker, Associate of Applied Science, Surgical Technology, High Honors. Kara James Klinkenbeard, Associate of Applied Science, Dental Hygiene, High Honors. Julie Harris, Associate of Applied Science, Dental Hygiene, Honors. Rainey Nadine Percival Hatton, Associate of Applied Science, Dental Hygiene, Associate of Arts, General Education. Bailey Satira Johnson, Associate of Applied Science, Dental Hygiene, Honors. Bridget Nicole Linson, Associate of Applied Science, Dental Hygiene, Honors. Kristen Newton, Associate of Applied Science, Dental Hygiene. Stacy L. Orr, Associate of Applied Science, Dental Hygiene, high honors. Kayla Pierce, Associate of Applied Science, Dental Hygiene. Benjamin Luke Reynoso, Associate of Applied Science, Dental Hygiene. Kennedy Grace Roberts, Associate of Applied Science, Dental Hygiene. Cheyenne R. Smith, Associate of Applied Science, Dental Hygiene. J. L. Tolliver, Associate of Applied Science, Dental Hygiene. Shelley Walker, Associate of Applied Science, Dental Hygiene, honors. Caitlin Renee Walsh, Associate of Applied Science, Dental Hygiene. Brianna Ashley White, Associate of Applied Science, Dental Hygiene, honors. Michaela Audrey Wilson, Associate of Applied Science, Dental Hygiene, high honors. Sarah Boston, Associate of Applied Science, Health Information Technology, high honors. Donald Hahn, Associate of Applied Science, Health Information Technology, high honors. Tatiana Marie Northcutt Orvis, Associate of Applied Science, Health Information Technology. Catherine Parker, Associate of Applied Science, Health Information Technology, high honors. Certificate of Technical Studies, Medical Scribe Apprentice, high honors. Amber Marie Shields, Associate of Applied Science, Health Information Technology, honors. Certificate of Applied Science, Health Information Coding Specialist, honors. Roberta E. Woodford, Associate of Applied Science, Health Information Technology, high honors. Certificate of Applied Science, Health Information Coding Specialist, high honors. Ryan Fleek, Associate of Applied Science, Paramedic. Certificate of Technical Studies, EMT Pre-Paramedic. Connor Gordon, Associate of Applied Science, Paramedic, high honors. Tiffany Marie Luckett, Associate of Applied Science, Paramedic. Catherine Margaret Newhouse, Associate of Applied Science, Paramedic. Cody Redford, Associate of Applied Science, Paramedic. Certificate of Technical Studies, EMT, Pre-Paramedic. Dustin Wyberney, Associate of Applied Science, Paramedic, high honors. Nathan Paul Riley, Associate of Applied Science, Physical Therapy Assistant. Aubrey Looking, Associate of Applied Science, Respiratory Care. Carolyn Chipkamoe, Associate of Applied Science, Respiratory Care. Janine Kovic, Associate of Applied Science, Respiratory Care. Kay Fuller, Associate of Applied Science, Respiratory Care, Honors. Way to go. Brittany Aileen Foltz, Associate of Applied Science, Respiratory Care, High Honors. Jackie Henry, Associate of Applied Science, Respiratory Care. Suzanne Morrison, Associate of Applied Science, Respiratory Care. Erica May Myers, Associate of Applied Science, Respiratory Care. Associate of Science, General Education. Janita Marie Reister, Associate of Applied Science, Respiratory Care. Shawnee Venice Charles, Associate of Applied Science, Surgical Technology, High Honors. Madeline Flamond, Associate of Applied Science, Surgical Technology. Mary Leach, Associate of Applied Science, Surgical Technology. Kelsey A. McDunn, Associate of Applied Science, Surgical Technology, Honors. Patricia Suzanne Outen, Associate of Applied Science, Surgical Technology. Elizabeth Ratliff, Associate of Applied Science, Surgical Technology. Michaela Sowers, Associate of Applied Science, Surgical Technology. Ashley Tamberg, Associate of Applied Science, Surgical Technology. Haley Ray Armstrong, Associate of Science in Nursing, Registered Nurse. Kaylee Bailiff, Associate of Science in Nursing, Registered Nurse. Candace Ray Bigley, Associate of Science in Nursing, Registered Nurse, Honors. Angela Baseflug, Associate of Science in Nursing, Registered Nurse, High Honors. Juliette Booker, Associate of Science in Nursing, Registered Nurse. Jeanette Rose Carlisle, Associate of Science in Nursing, Registered Nurse. Raquel Lynn Correa, Associate of Science in Nursing, Registered Nurse. Brianna Marie Crow, Associate of Science in Nursing, Registered Nurse, Honors. Deidre K. Darby, Associate of Science in Nursing, Registered Nurse. Katie Federer, Associate of Science in Nursing, Registered Nurse. Jasmine Leah Gagnon, Associate of Science in Nursing, Registered Nurse, Honors. April Greenwood, Associate of Science in Nursing, Registered Nurse. Hannah Hawkins, Associate of Science in Nursing, Registered Nurse. Cassandra Hogan, Associate of Science in Nursing, registered nurse. Taylor Hewitt, Associate of Science in Nursing, registered nurse. Kelly Lensing, Associate of Science in Nursing, registered nurse. Bryant Lyons, Associate of Science in Nursing, registered nurse. Dominique McGowan, Associate of Science in Nursing, registered nurse. Katie B. Merrick, Associate of Science in Nursing, registered nurse. Desiree Moore, Associate of Science in Nursing, registered nurse, honors. Alyssa Olson, Associate of Science Nursing, registered nurse. Demi O'Neill, Associate of Science in Nursing, registered nurse. Alexandra Marie Quenser, Associate of Science in Nursing, registered nurse. Maya Danielle Schmidt, Associate of Science in Nursing, registered nurse. Meredith Lindsay Scott, Associate of Science Nursing, registered nurse. Associate of Science, General Education. Douglas X. Stinger, Associate of Science in Nursing, registered nurse. Hunter Noel Stobie, Associate of Science in Nursing, registered nurse, honors. Crystal M. Thompson, Associate of Science in Nursing, registered nurse. Amanda Rose Tinson, Associate of Science in Nursing, registered nurse. Kayla Ray Young, Associate of Science in Nursing, registered nurse, honors. Catherine Erin Alm, Associate of Applied Science, Dental Assistant. Shaylin Hibbard, Associate of Applied Science, Dental Assistant. Emily Juden, Associate of Applied Science, Dental Assistant. Paige Kujala, Associate of Applied Science, Dental Assistant. Tamara Pesdark, Associate of Applied Science, Dental Assistant, High Honors. Carly E. Thune, Associate of Applied Science, Dental Assistant. Lexi D. Vossler, Certificate of Applied Science, Dental Assistant. Stephanie Kreitz, Certificate of Applied Science, Health Information Coding Specialist, High Honors. Kimberly Dawn Weiss, Certificate of Applied Science, Health Information Coding Specialist, Honors. Ashlyn I. Adamson, Associate of Applied Science, Practical Nurse. Marie Dickoff, Associate Certificate of Applied Science, Practical Nurse. Dustin Doney, Certificate of Applied Science, Practical Nurse. Nicole Shante Fentiman, Certificate of Applied Science, Practical Nurse. J.C. Frank, Certificate of Applied Science, Practical Nurse. Brooke Jinsky, Certificate of Applied Science, Practical Nurse. Elisa Keeler, Certificate of Applied Science, Practical Nurse. Ashley Raquel Latre, Certificate of Applied Science, Practical Nurse. Michaela Morrow, Certificate of Applied Science, Practical Nurse. Caitlin Mosley, Certificate of Applied Science, Practical Nurse. Haley Lynn Orchid, Certificate of Applied Science, Practical Nurse, Honors. Tiffany Ann Osman, Certificate of Applied Science, Practical Nurse. Devin M. Palmer, Certificate of Applied Science, Practical Nurse. Julie Renee Schofield, Certificate of Applied Science, Practical Nurse. Ashley Monique Thomas, Certificate of Applied Science, Practical Nurse. Gracie E. Walters, Certificate of Applied Science, Practical Nurse. Associate of Arts, General Education. And Associate of Science, General Education. Tanya Wireman, Certificate of Applied Science, Practical Nurse. The trades graduates include the Associate of Applied Science and Certificate of Applied Science in Industrial Technician and Welding Technology and Fabrication. It also includes graduates in the Certificate of Technical Studies in Welding and Fabrication, Tier 1 and Tier 3. Reese J. Matfeld, Associate of Applied Science, Welding Technology and Fabrication with Honors, Certificate of Technical Studies, Welding and Fabrication, Tier 3, Honors. Tim Anderson, Associate of Applied Science, Industrial Technician. Leroy Edwin Dirth, Associate of Applied Science, Industrial Technician, Associate of Arts, General Education. James Patrick Spry, Associate of Applied Science, Industrial Technician with Honors. Chase E. Hooper, Associate of Applied Science, Welding and Fabrication, Certificate of Technical Studies, Welding and Fabrication, Tier 3, Honors. Jason Moore, Associate of Applied Science, Welding Technology and Fabrication, Honors, Certificate of Technical Studies, Welding and Fabrication, Tier 3, Honors. Garrett Branch Bratton, Certificate of Applied Science, Welding Technology and Fabrication. Dawson M. Davey, Certificate of Applied Science, Welding Technology and Fabrication. Jack Grandon, Certificate of Applied Science, Welding Fabrication. Certificate Technical Science, Welding Fabrication, Tier 1. Samuel Hirsch, Certificate of Applied Science, Welding Technology and Fabrication. Certificate of Technical Studies, Welding and Fabrication, Tier 1. William I. Nottingham, Certificate of Applied Science, Welding Technology and Fabrication. Certificate of Technical Studies, Welding and Fabrication, Tier 1. Dion Ray Powlett, Certificate of Applied Science, Welding Technology and Fabrication. Dylan Conrad Spiker, Certificate of Applied Science, Welding Technology and Fabrication, Honors. Certificate of Technical Studies, Welding and Fabrication, Tier 1, Honors.
Where should we put the precious boxes?
Wow. I love the enthusiasm. I love the dedication that you all have shown and the perseverance. Thank you so much. So, will the class of 2019 from Great Falls College MSU, MSU Northern, and MSU Billings please rise? By the virtue of the authority vested in us by the Board of Regents of Higher Education of the State of Montana, we hereby confer upon each of you the degrees and the certificates for which you have qualified. Graduates, you may now move the tassel from the right to the left.
Families and friends, please remain in your seats while the platform party, followed by faculty and graduates, leave the auditorium. After the recessional, please join us across the street at Great Falls College MSU for a reception in Heritage Hall and opportunities for photos.